Devin Pike with RedCarpetCrash.com here at the Dallas Comic Con 2009 with Barry Bostwick. Barry, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I couldn't be happier.
It's odd. Well, I want to say it's
They're
odd.
pretty girls in Texas. Have you noticed that?
And not all of them are wearing costumes either.
No,
That's
no,
the great
no.
thing about it.
No.
It's interesting to see you at a sci-fi convention because I know you both as a film actor but also as a stage actor. And a lot of people who might know you as Brad Majors from the Rocky Horror Picture Show might not know that you were the original Danny Zuko on Broadway.
Danny Zuko on Broadway, Grease. That's
Tony
right.
Award nominee, by the way.
That's right. Yeah, that was 1972.
72 is when that launched.
Well,
yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
You know all this stuff.
Well, I do a little bit of research. I try to do a little bit of wrap-up on it.
And the Rocky Horror Picture Show was done in what year?
75.
Yeah, which makes me how old?
29.
I think.
You've done stage, you've done screen, you've done both off and on Broadway, you've done great TV shows like Spin City. Is there any one medium that you prefer to work in?
Constantly.
As long as you're working.
As long as I'm working. I thought Spin City was a great job, because it was 6 years of developing relationships with other actors and with the fan base, and my only obligation was to get maybe 4 or 5 laughs a week, and if I could do that, I figure I was making my money, I was earning it, and I didn't have the whole show on my shoulders, which was great, like Charlie did or, Mike did finally. Of course, I wasn't making $300,000 an episode. What is Charlie making now? Like $350 an episode?
Yeah, but most of that goes to his lawyer these days anyway. So.
Yeah, Denise is getting it.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Oh, well.
For the Rocky Horror Picture Show, when you were making it, and you've got Dick O'Brien who wrote and directed the whole thing,
right.
And you've got this stellar cast of people where everybody, you, Susan Sarandon, Tim Curry, everybody goes on to a fantastic career. Did you guys know what you had when you were filming it to begin with?
No, I think we were just doing it for a lark, I know that Tim was, he'd done it so long on stage that those guys just wanted to get it on film and get it over with and move on, And when the movie was over, Tim tried to launch his record career as a solo artist and sort of divorced himself from the movie for a while. So that he wasn't totally associated with Rocky Horror, and I don't know. I guess he had somewhat of a career in film, on recordings.
Sure.
He certainly has had a great career in film. He's a character actor, like so many of us. We end up becoming character actors, and he's had a fabulous career doing that, and so Susan, in answer to your question, did we know? No, nobody knew. Who knew that it was going to? It was a flop when it came out. Nobody really went and saw it until it was discovered by the fans and made it into what it is today.
The scary thing is, and I know this is probably oversharing, but I'd seen Rocky Horror so many times. Male or female characters, I could perform the entire bloody thing because I was part of the cast for so long.
Oh, were you really?
I was, and yours was the toughest one to do because everybody hated me. Just because you played the schmuck so well through the whole flick.
Yeah. That was sort of who I am, I think.
Come on now.
At the time, I was sort of I always I'm very similar to that, to the line. I think he had a line in the car, all those motorcyclists. Remember the line, something about the motorcyclists were riding by them on
motorcyclists.
Yeah, those, that's sort of like who I was at the time, damn it, those motorcyclists. Everybody was like, I wasn't very cool, I became cool after that.
Well, you grow into cool. If you start out trying to be cool, you're never going to do it.
No, wait a minute. I'm absolutely wrong. This guy was cool.
Oh, Zuko was cool. Zuko was the epitome of cool.
That was 3 years before this. So
right.
I sort of was cool and then lost my cool, and now I'm extremely cool.
What projects do you have working right now?
I just done a whole bunch of independent features and I did a Ghost Whisperer last week. That'll be on. And then a Till Death, the Brad Garrett show. Mm-hmm. I'm doing that next week. And so I keep busy. You know, these things pop up on television. And I did that, what was it? I did a Supernatural a little while ago. And that was fun.
And you're still working, which is the great thing about it. I say still working. At 29, you've got a long ways to go in your career.
At 29, I've got at least another, 50 years?
Easily.
Yeah.
Barry Bostwick, thank you so much for spending time with us. Really appreciate it.
My friend.
Thanks a lot.